A week full of ups and downs here at Barangay Tagubtob has passed since the launch of Project Paglaum, a 2-week Facebook campaign about mental health awareness to help eliminate the prevailing stigma and misconception about mental health in the country, create a network of social support among the youth, and allow them to engage in enriching online content as a solution to the effect of the pandemic on their mental health status. And while reaching this point was no mere feat, launching the Facebook page that served as the primary channel for the group's advocacy meant that the barangay finally achieved their first milestone. Last October 29, 2020, they administered the survey to 50 respondents to understand the effect of the pandemic on their current mental health status and ways in how the project can aid and provide psychosocial support. The campaign's target demographic is the youth, particularly college students, since we hope the campaign will motivate them to seek acts of self-care and psychosocial support without having to feel ashamed for needing help. The survey assessment shows that the pandemic is a huge determinant to the overall mental state of the college students, with 67% of the respondents admitting that it was difficult for them to engage in activities they are interested in, and 49% lacking good sleeping habits. Also, the assessment shows how social support plays a salient factor in how college students cope up with stress and anxiety, which are the prevalent emotions the respondents are experiencing. Respondents also highly suggested the presence of mental health advocates in these uncertain times. By collecting data on their most used social media platforms during this quarantine period, Barangay Tagubtob concluded that Facebook is the suitable platform to establish and implement the project to better engage with the specified audiences. With the conduction of the survey, Barangay Tagubtob managed to fulfill their first objective with only 3 more to go: to create 20 audiovisual materials regarding self-care psychosocial support by November 28, to create a Facebook page for mental health awareness by November 29, and to post 2 audiovisual materials per day from November 29 to December 10, 2020, except for Fridays and Saturdays. Unfortunately, there were many challenges that befall on the members that prevented them from launching Project Paglaum as soon as they wanted. One of these challenges is the unforeseen circumstances that occurred within the past few weeks, including a typhoon that affected some of the members harshly. After a while, the weight of the continuous increasing number of tasks and time constraints heavily affected morale within the group. In order to counter these challenges, the members conducted another plan, practicing proper and considerate delegation of tasks based on the availability provided by each member was put into place to create productivity. An accompanying diligent monitoring of tasks will also be done by the leader and members assigned by the leader if necessary. In addition to that, conducting weekly kamustahan sessions proved to be effective in motivating and checking one another's physical and mental health capacity to finish assigned tasks. Meanwhile, to make up for lost time and maximize the schedule of each member, the group decided to assign asynchronous and individual tasks. Also, if a synchronous session is to take place, surveys and polls will be conducted beforehand to find the most appropriate time for each member. Another issue that the group had to overcome is the lack or slow response from partner organizations. Since the multitude of content from Barangay Tagubtob also need to be approved by the organizations they are partnering with, the lack or slow response hindered the posting schedules that were put in place. Creating 3 follow-up emails with a certain interval was then conducted before deciding to have other alternative organizations as partners. Having a list of other possible organizations that can be partnered within a limited period of time was also created so that the group can contact them as soon as possible. During the first week of the launch, there were more challenges that arose, such as low reach and engagement of the Facebook page. In hopes of overcoming this challenge, each member took it upon themselves to participate in campaigning for the Facebook page, sharing posts, inviting peers, friends, and families to like and engage with the page, publishing informative, credible, and entertaining contents that are suitable for the target audience is also observed so that more followers will be more active in interacting with the posts. Power interruption and/or internet connectivity issues also became a problem throughout the launch. It was advised among the group that if technical issues arise, it should be made known immediately so that the tasks that could not be fulfilled will be done by another member. The launch of Project Paglaum by Tagubtob PH was a product of 5 weeks' worth of brainstorming, research, and collaborative efforts of the group dating back towards the end of September 2020, and will be the first big step towards the goal of the group in making a difference on the landscape of mental health discussion today in the Philippines. This milestone will only be possible by achieving the step-by-step process elaborated in the action plan of the group. Many lessons were learned during the implementation, including the significance of communication, cooperation and coordination, time management, proactivity, responsibility and accountability, growth mindset, grit, volunteerism, and initiative in leadership. Hopefully, with this information at hand, the group will be able to continue their campaign with ease and little to no issues. And for our message for the other barangays, greetings! Congratulations on the launch of your respective projects. Despite the struggles we had faced in the past few weeks, may it be personal or social, we commend you all for successfully working on your campaigns. May this first milestone serve as a conduit for the continuous success of your advocacy efforts. Paglaum.